Pixel.tv. TV, der spiller.
Hej. Vi kører lige nu. Fuld hastighed. 200-300 km i timen. Hvordan det kan lade sig gøre, imens jeg hænger der, det er der ikke nogen, der ved. Men Dan, han ved det godt. Dan, isn't it amazing that it makes so little noise while driving around 200-300 kilometers an hour?
That's right. Can't even feel the wind in our hair in this open cockpit.
No, and our camera guy is just like floating next
It's
to us.
amazing.
I know. That's what we can do. That's what we do. But Dan, we have some user questions. First one's from Kevin Mickelson. He asks, I would like a new racing game for my PlayStation. Should he buy Forza? Or Gran Turismo? Do you want to, or should I tell him how big a noob he is?
Well, I'll just say, Forza Motorsport is an Xbox 360 exclusive. So if you want to drive Forza Motorsport, and you should, then got to get a 360.
What he really is saying is, Kevin, you are a tremendously huge noob. So thank you for your question. The next question is a lot better. It's from Frederick Jørgensen. He asks, how much better has the game become graphics-wise since the last game, and also details-wise on the cars?
Well, the game's really advanced on all fronts. We have innovation on community, we have innovation with Connect and things like Auto Vista. But for the core gamer, the simulation is far, far better with our inclusion of the Pirelli tire data. The cars are incredibly detailed because of what we learned from doing the shaders for the cockpits for Auto Vista. And then there's the new lighting model that came from our partnership with Pixar and Hollywood and different consultants to really make the game look amazing. And honestly, seeing is believing. I mean, the game just looks incredible.
Great question. A great answer. Kim, he would like to know, how much is it possible to smash up the cars in this game? And do you feel, like I feel, this is Kim saying that, do you feel like I feel, that this is what makes a car game even more realistic?
Well, we've really optimized our damage towards racing damage. Now, racing damage primarily is when you're rubbing with other cars, really doing wheel-to-wheel racing. So we have made improvements. So when you're rubbing with cars at those, it's very high rate of speed both cars are going, but the actually hit is very kind of low speed. You get much more localized damage, there's more polygonal damage, it looks better. But when you're looking to crash a car into a wall at 300 kilometers per hour and have it totally disintegrate and turn into nothing and kill the driver and start a fire and light the countryside on fire, that's really not the type of simulation that we're trying to do. We're trying to make people excited about cars, and part of that is thrilling racing.
Cool, so we're not going to blow up countryside?
No, and the other thing is we do treat all cars with respect, so all cars get damage. So it's not just the cars we love get damaged and some cars don't, it's across the boards.
Cool. Michael Erickson would like to know, will you ever have segments in the game that is more like the game Blur, that has like weapons and stuff like that?
Yes and no. So what I will say is that when you're driving on the track, no, there's no weapons. So that's just not. It's not
Mario Kart.
No. But what we have included in Auto Vista is the Warthog from Halo 4. Now it has a chain gun. You can get up and inspect it and get information, but you can't shoot it around. It's not a viable way of winning the race.
Cool. Peter has a question. How does car clubs and garages work? And is there a limit to how much you can share in those?
Well, it works like a clan in a first-person shooter. So you could start a club and be the president, invite me and whoever you'd like to join, and make a vice president and the like. It becomes a lot more powerful, though, with what Forza does so well, which is car collecting and customization. So we have a shared garage. You could buy a Bugatti Veyron, I could buy a McLaren F1, you can drive my McLaren whenever, whether I'm online or not, you can drive my Bugatti. And if you've got a painter, he can paint it, tuner can tune it, it's just a shared cooperative group. Now as far as limits, we do have server-side limitations we can put on how many cars are allowed in the car club, and we're actually able to tune that as the game goes on. So we start off with a limit, I believe, and I'm not certain of this, I believe the limit is about 100 cars that you can share. It's quite a giant garage, honestly. And we can increase or decrease that number based on user behavior.
Now my question is just, will more users be able to use the same car at the same time? So that makes sense?
Yes, they will. So for example, if you had that Bugatti and we had one of our painters did a great paint job on it, we could do a 16-player multiplayer race all within people in our club, and each one of us could be driving that exact same car.